another irrigation project. This one's a little different. This valve has been leaking, so what we got to do is we got to dig it up. The pipe comes from that way somewhere. I'm pointing over there. It comes from that way. It goes straight over there. So we're just gonna dig up a 10-12 foot section right here and bury in a new pipe. So I guess follow along while I dig a hole. I was having some trouble with not knowing where the pipe was, but it goes about right there. So the hole's a little bit bigger than it needs to be, but at least I know where the pipe is now, because I didn't know. There's a lot of water in here. I don't know where it's coming from at this point, because the line's empty, but whatever. Oh. It's the next day. My dad's right over there messing with water stuff, but this is what we ended up with. I think it turned out pretty good. We had a neighbor decide to come by and help us, so that was lots of help. It was good that he was here. But yeah, this is what it ended up like. Obviously there was a big hole here just a little while ago, so I'm gonna go over here and see if I can clean up what it looks like over there in the creek, but because it's kind of washed out a little bit. Before I go over there though, why won't that open? This thing threw a M0117 code a minute ago. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what that is. According to Google, that has something to do with a plugged air filter. Let's see, what does this air filter look like? It's a little plugged. Yeah, it's probably time. I don't have another one, but this will be better than what it was. Yeah, I think it's time. Well, it's not fancy, but this kept washing out, so I just brought in a little bit more dirt. Tried to make it to where crossing the creek's a little bit easier. We'll see if it lasts. My guess is that it's not gonna last, because it never does. I'm out here at my blue truck again. It's been giving me trouble because what it's doing is it won't drive, so it feels like the brakes are stuck on. So I think that this setup works kind of like air brakes, where when you have pressure the brakes are disengaged, but it's all hydraulic. So I was just back underneath back there, and I saw, seems like there's a bunch of leaked out brake fluid at the sensor. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull the sensor out, try to put some Teflon tape or something on it and put it back in. And hopefully that'll help it to seal, and then it should be able to build pressure and be able to move. So I'm gonna try that. I gotta go get some wrenches though. Okay. It's kind of a long ways to crawl up under here. The leak, most of it was coming right out the bottom of that. So I guess I'll just unscrew it. And put some Teflon tape on it. I don't know what else to do. All right, old truck. You gonna work for me? Okay, what's the buzzer for? Wow, that's not what I meant to do. Okay. So I think I figured out what I got to do here. What you do is you just back that bolt out. You just back that bolt out, and I'm pretty sure it releases the parking brake. Like I said, I'm no truck guy, and this is a little bit different than like air brakes on a normal semi or something. This truck shouldn't have any parking brake going on right now. So there you have it. If you ever need to know, if you ever need to disable the parking brake on your Ford L700, F700, I still don't know what this truck is. I've got a leak right there and I don't know why. Okay, let's see what happens. Well, I got her to move, so that's good news. This thing does have some brake trouble though. I don't know why. You have to pump them to get them to work. So it makes me wonder, because it's got that electric motor. See, here we go. I guess it'd probably be better if I took it out of gear, but the electric motor seems like it's not activating. Well, it activates all the time, but it's not doing anything. So I gotta figure out why. But that's not today's project. Today's project is just to get this truck to where it's not in the middle of the yard. I want to get it out of the way, so. I like this truck.